We're a people that need to be reminded. I remember back when I was in college, my senior year, playing baseball, and I was in the middle of a slump. And my coach came up to me and said, "Ed, why aren't you hitting the way that you did last year?" See, the previous year I was all district and in the top 15 in the nation in several categories. But I'd become prideful, and in becoming prideful, I changed how I had approached hitting. And so my coach said to me, "Ed, last year you hit the first or second pitch almost every time you were at the plate. This year you're hitting fourth or the fifth pitch." Well, what does that story have to do with scripture? Well, remember yesterday, Pastor Jerry said that there is an incredible verse in Romans 8:28. And that scripture reminds us that all things work together for the good of those who love him and are called according to his purpose. And why do we need to be reminded of that? Because there's times when we hit slumps. There's times when life isn't going the way that we expected. We're throwing a curveball when we're expecting a fastball. And what's interesting in this is that throughout Scripture, God's people needed to be reminded of things. In fact, I turn you to Psalm 77, which says this: "I struggled," but in verse 13, he says, "Your ways, God, are holy." What God is as great as our God? You are the God who performs miracles. You display your power among the peoples. With your mighty arm, you redeemed your people, the descendants of Jacob and Joseph. The waters saw you, God. The waters saw you and withered. The very deeps were convulsed. The clouds poured out water. The heavens resounded with thunder. Your arrows flashed back and forth. Your thunder was heard in the whirlwind. Your lightning lit up the world. The earth trembled and quaked. Your path led through the sea, your way through the mighty waters, though your footprints were not seen. You led your people like a flock by the hand of Moses and Aaron. I thank Pastor Jerry for his devotional or his message yesterday that reminded us that God is at work, just like Psalm 77 says. Even when we don't see God's footsteps, he is at work. He cares for his people. He loves them. So my prayer for you today, no matter what you're facing, remember, all things work together for the good of those who love him. That doesn't mean you're going to get the job or the girlfriend or whatever it is that maybe is on your hit list of things that you're wanting, but yet it may come true and you may get that. But whether you do or not, trust in his wisdom. Trust in his grace. Walk with him, for he cares for you and he loves you. Well, I pray that you have an incredible day today because God is with you. He is for you. And in that, you may trust and walk. God bless you. This is your moment for a transformed life. I'm Pastor Ed. Thanks for joining me today.